Hey guys, Mr. Bruni here. Before I begin, I just wanted to say I've been watching some of the E3 coverage, especially for Sony, because I'm a PlayStation guy, and I'm not really excited about barely anything, really. I was watching the press conference, a little bored, honestly. I don't really care for indie games, and that's like mostly what they were talking about. I'm pumped as hell for Uncharted 4. I love the Uncharted series, that's great. The Order 1886 looks pretty fun, even though it looks like a huge scripted cinematic experience. It takes a lot of control away from the player, but I'm still interested in the story and I like the time period and the setting and stuff, so excited for that one. And Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming out for PS4 the fall of this year. Cannot wait for that either. My idiot brain wants me to get it so bad. The Last of Us is also coming out for PS4, but I don't think I care to get that one. But whatever. Little side note over there. I know I've been talking about this album a whole lot recently, but I've been watching album reviews for Jack White's Lazaretto. Just to, get other opinions. I like to see what other album reviewers like to say about things. And, a comment from these reviewers kept coming by me. They were giving the album really weird, this album sounds kind of strange, it's not that good type of views towards it, just because it had twangy acoustic elements, like country elements to it, and they were saying that it didn't sound like a complete album. They said it sounded more like a compilation of a bunch of songs all thrown together. And my question is, why? Okay, so it can't qualify as an album because it's not the same genre of music throughout the entire album. I feel like I'm the only music reviewer that think this, because I've run across 3 reviews now that all said the same bullshit, that it can't be considered an album because it's not consistent enough. It sounds more like a compilation. And I don't understand that whatsoever. Okay, that's ridiculous. Okay, just because an album has a different genre of music happening throughout it, I mean, that is what the album is. When you see the name of that album, or you pick up that album, you need to expect that that's going to be on there. That's what makes up the album, is those different sounds, those different styles of music. A compilation is when you take a bunch of songs from different albums to put onto one CD. And just because it's a different genre of music on one disc, on one album, that makes it a compilation. That is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard ever. I feel like I'm the only music reviewer that sees this. Okay, the new Linkin Park album is plenty consistent. Okay, you don't have to worry about a thing. The new Linkin Park album is legit just rock music the entire way through. You guys are gonna love it just because that's what qualifies as an album. It has to have the same formula throughout the entire thing. It has to flow all together. Jack White's Lazaretto has a really good flow. I don't know what the hell everybody is bitching about. I am the only one seeing something here that not everybody else is seeing. This is just like those damn superhero movies. Everybody goes fucking crazy for the Avengers or Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I'm just like, what the hell are y'all seeing? This looks like the biggest bunch of bullcrap ever. Oh, side note, I don't like superhero movies. Unpopular opinion there, huh? So my question to you guys, though, is, do you agree with them? Or do you agree that an album can have different genres of music going on in it and still be considered an album? Or do you feel like it does suit more of a compilation, which I don't understand how, but if you see it that way, please explain it to me. I would love to hear it, because that's just ridiculous. I don't understand why an artist has to be so limited in the creativity of their album that they are forced to keep the same genre of music throughout it and have a consistent flow. I don't understand. I don't really understand this because artists have been doing this for a long time now, and it doesn't seem like those albums ever get really panned or anything like that. So, I don't get it. I like it both ways. I mean, music, I feel like, is better when it does evolve. When something changes up a little bit and something, it's more fun to listen to. It gives the listener more of a musical experience, hearing all these different instruments coming out of nowhere, these different melodies, these different tones, these different sounds. it just makes it something sound so much more interesting and so much more memorable, at least in my opinion. You guys know the type of music I like. That's kind of why it plays into the fact that I mentioned in a few videos before that I don't really like hardcore music. It's just because it's all the same shit, and it just it annoys me. I just can't take too much of it. Panic at the Disco's Pretty Odd is definitely another good example of this. The song Folkin' Around on there is totally different than anything else that happens on the album. That Green Gentleman is the most normal sounding song on that record. Do you see what I'm seeing has this kind of theater feel to it? The flute and the horns and the different instrumentation happening on the songs When the Day Met the Night and She Had the World. I mean, that just makes that album so fun to me, and definitely my favorite Panic at the Disco album. Gorillaz has also done this a time or two on their albums, especially the first one, where it was like dub influence, some rock music, some reggae in there. It all had like the same type of textures and production to it, just in a different package each time, and that's what made that album so interesting. So like I said, tell me what you guys think. I know I'm rambling on here, but it's just something that's really been annoying me watching these damn album reviews. It's like, why can't you just appreciate it for what it is? Lazaretto is a weird-ass album. It's different from beginning to end, but that's what makes the album the album. It didn't just have to straight be blues rock like all of his other shit. I mean, that's just... I don't understand you people. I guess I'm just different, but that's what makes me cool, right? Subscribe. Mr. Moon 1235. I'll see you guys later.